Good morning. I hope we are all staying safe at home and I believe we are enjoying ourselves. But just remember that school is soon resume. I will be expecting you back to school soon. I'm already missing you. This morning we'll be taking a new topic on mathematics, but it's related to the previous lessons we have done so far online on mathematics. Now the topic says writing numbers in figures. The topic says writing numbers in figures. Okay? It is expected that by the end of this lesson, you looking at me should be able to write numbers well in figures. You are expected to be able to write numbers very well in figures. Okay? In our previous lessons, we learned how to write numbers in words. But today, we'll be learning how to write numbers in figures. Okay? Now, if you are asked to write numbers in figures, you should be able to do that well. How? Watch it. For example, we have a question already on the board that says, write these in figures. The first number, we said you should write 1,000. You should write 1,200 and 12. 1,212. In figures. We have to write this in figures. We have to write it in what? Figures. They said write this in figures. So write 1,212 in figures. Now how do we write 1,000? Remember, 1,000 is written like this. 1,000 has 3 zeros. 1,000 has 3 zeros. So 1,000 has 3 zeros. Let me ask, what of 100? 100 has 2 zeros. 100 has how many zeros? 1, 2. 2 zeros. But 1,000 has 1, 2, 3 zeros. So 1,000 has 3 zeros. Here we have 1,000. How do we write 1,000? We write 1,000 like this. Because 1,000 has 3 zeros. 1,200. Wow. 200. They have not written their place values, units, tens, hundred, and what? 1,000. Now, the next number is 200. I go to where my 100 is, under it I write my 200. Can you see that 100 has 2 zeros? Good. And 12. How do I write my 12? 1 and 2 is 12. I write my 1 and 2, starting from tens and units. Now, let's add it. Let's add. 0 means nothing. Plus another 0 means nothing. Plus 2. How many do I have? 2. So I write down my 2. Then let's go to the second line for 10. 0 means nothing. Plus another 0 means nothing. Plus 1. What I have is 1. I write the 1. Now let's go to the next line. 0 means nothing. Plus 2. Plus 2. How many do I have? 1, 2. 2. I write it here. Then let's go to the next line. I have only 1. Then I should bring down the 1 here. So this is my answer. You can count from the back. 1, 2, 3. I write my hammer. This is 1,212 in figures. This is in figures. This is in what? Figures. Okay? 1,212 in figures. Okay? Now, the second question says you should write 3,000 100 and 36. 3,136. How do I write my 3,000? 3 with, wow, because 1,000 has 3 zeros. Then I write my units, tens, 100, and my 1,000. This is my 3,000. 3,000. What's the next number? 100. I look for 100 under it. I write my 100, 100, 100, and 36. The 36 should be on the next line. How do I write 36? 3 and 6 is 36. I come to my tens now. I start from tens. 3 and 6, 36. Now let's add up. Let me write the 36 well. 3 and 6 is 36. Then I write my plus. Let me add up. Nothing plus 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Nothing means let's add 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then I write my 6 here. Then let's go for the second line. 0 plus 0. 0 means nothing plus 3. It will give me 3. Okay? It will give me 3 because 0 means nothing. 0 plus 0 plus 3. So I have 1, 2, 3. I wrote my 3. Now the next line. 0 means nothing plus 1. 0 plus 1. Then I have 1. I write it here. I only have 3 on this line. So I cannot bring down my 3. Can you see that? Now this is my answer in figures. This is my answer in what? In figures. Now let's take the last example. Let's take the last example first before we go home with something. The last example says you should write 700 and 10. 710 in figures. How do I write my 700? 7 with 2 zeros is 700. I have my unit, 10 and 100. Then, and 10. 10, I start under 10. Can I add up now? 0 plus 0 is 0. 0 plus 1 is 1. 7 plus nothing, I bring down my 7. This is how to write my 710. With this now, you have your classwork. You have to do your classwork and submit. Your classwork says, write this in figures. Write this in figures. Number 1, you have to write 7,100 and 12. Write this in figures. Number 2 says you should write 1,200 and 11. So you have to write this for me as your classwork. Write this, write in figures 7,112. Can you see that? Can you see 12? The second question says you should write 1,211. Please write this very well, then submit it on the website for it to be marked. Can you see that very well? With this, we have come to the end of this lesson. I believe you enjoyed it. Stay well, stay tuned. I love you all. Bye.